My name is Liatu Ayuba. I'm from Borno State, Chibok local government. And I'm the woman leader for the IDP camp, Durumi Area 1.
Idris Ibrahim Halilu is my name. I am 68 years old. Mother is from Adama. Father from Borno. So I'm from Borno, and specifically I'm from Gora. Gora is a town in southern Borno, and that falls in the Shani local government area of Borno State. I'm the coordinator and spokesman of Abuja-based IDPs, not only Durumi IDP.
My name is Jennifer Abraham. I'm 42. I'm from Adama, Nichika.
My name is Umar. I'm 46. I'm from Adamawa, Madagali, local government.
I'm a widow.
You're a widow?
Yes.
When did you lose your husband?
I lose it in 2014 because of the agency of Boko Haram. My husband is a military. He go for peacekeeping in Bama local government. From there, they shoot my husband by gun. He's died in active service.
I'm single. I've never been married.
Any reason for that?
Well, I don't know, because at one time I wanted to get married in the 80s, early 80s, maybe 81, 82, 83. It didn't work out, so I put the marriage project aside.
Do you still have plans to get married?
By the grace of God, yes.
Yeah, but I'm divorced for now.
Do you have children?
I have 3 kids.
How long were you married?
I married since 96.
Yes,
How long have you been married?
about 19 years.
Do you have kids?
Yes,
How many?
there are 4.
Yes, I had my first, I was a grade 2 teacher. Then I trained in the administration also, Staff Training Center, Port School. Then I'm an ex-student of London School of Television Journalism, University of Mogadishu in Somalia, East Africa. And a senior student of London School of Writing too. I had diplomas, honorary diplomas, higher diplomas in the 70s.
Secondary school.
Which secondary school is that?
Government secondary school, Depchi, in Yobe local government. By that time, it's not a state.
Secondary school level.
Which school?
The pilot school in Mobi.
Secondary school.
Which secondary school is
Government secondary school to Beli, Yola.
I'm living in tents. I just repair my house with the nylon and firewood and wood. So I cover the head with the nylon.
Since my arrival, I live in a bacha. Until today, I'm in a bacha. In fact, as I'm talking to you, my bacha, my pressure goes up whenever there is sign of rain because it is leaking, and I have a lot of books and documents. So I'm living in a bacha. It is wooden, used wood with nail and this nylon. You see the cement bags, we sew it together, then we use it to build an accommodation. So it is called bacha. I'm still in one. Yes. I couldn't afford to build one like this mud house. No. Yes.
We live in a tent. We live in a tent we popularly called bacha, which everybody know. When you come to the tent, it's not easy to live in because it go according to the weather. If it is cool weather, it's very cool. Even the floor is very wet. Even though it's cement, when you rest the mat, or those maybe you get carpet from somebody. The nation, if you raise the carpet up, you see the under the carpet is very wet. Sometimes around August, if you match the floor, you see that your feet is on water, you understand, but it's not very much. Seems like you soak something like blanket. You know, if you match it, you feel something like water. So that's the way the floor is normally be during rainy season. And during dry season, it go according to the weather. It's very hot. Because if you look at most of the tent have no window. Because we don't put no window, you understand? Putting window is another thing, you understand? Because water must have access to that window, you understand? So that's the most thing that we don't normally put window on it. You go according to by the weather, you understand? And secondly, there is, I don't know how to put it in English, there is one small wound, you understand, according to because of the flow of the tent. One small. Anywhere you see something like boil on child or woman or anybody, even on my body, you understand? If you press it, you see live womb with black mouth. Live womb.
Normally it was 10. We are staying. So along the line we started doing this molding block and build one small room.
The challenges that we are facing in the camp, first of all, anything that you are in this world, anything that you are doing, if you didn't have health, you cannot do anything. Even you have food for your front, you cannot eat it because you don't have health. Before, the Commission of the Refugees, National Commission of the Refugees, they register us also under the National Hospital. They are taking care of us. But now they say the National Hospital said the bill that they are looking for the national refugees is too much. So they cannot receive any sickness from the IDP again. So it's very difficult for us. Now, if you have a serious problem with sickness, we don't know where we can go. We are just calling people and beg people to help us with the money. So we need a government to still watch about the IDPs for the cure for ourselves, for the treatment if you have a serious illness. So we take to the hospital and they will look at us to treat that person. That's the first thing. And we have a small clinic that donated by NAFHAT. And this clinic, It's one woman that saw me that I'm delivering women inside the tent, and that day it was 2019. So, and during rainy season, the breeze carried the head of the woman house, and rate beat me, both the woman and the baby. So the baby start conversion. So the woman come to see us in the camp, and she see me, I'm rushing with the baby. She asked me, why, what is happening? I said, I deliver her now, and this rain finish on me and the baby, she is conversion. She tell me, wow, and why are you wearing a nylon for your hand? I said, oh, I don't have any equipment for delivering baby, so that's why I wear nylon for my hand. They said, that's a risk for you. So the woman rushed with the baby to the hospital. They admit the baby for 2 months, and that woman, she's taking care for the baby. So from there, the woman, she cried that day. She said, wow, government are not aware of you people. I said, they are aware, and they are all the time. If I cry to them, I ask them, this is my problem in the camp, let them look into my problem and solve it for me, even it is small. They will say I should write. I will write, tire, no any feedback. The woman, she is a Oyibo woman. She said, okay, I will take care of you for the delivering kids till my work finish in Nigeria. So this woman, they provide the delivering kids for me for good 2 years to 3 years. I should go back to England. So the contact now is not with me. So that's why any person that came to the camp, I will just ask them and tell them how I'm helping the women in the camp. So some they are giving me money, some they are buying the things and bring it here. So that woman, it was 2019, she brought this container for me. Another woman, not be the Oyibo one. She came like that, she saw me again, I'm delivering women. So she asked me, what is my need on this work that I'm doing? I said, if I will get a small tent that I will take the woman into the tent and deliver her, I will thank God, because going to the tent and deliver them is not safe for me. So she brought it, and we shared the tent into two. The one side is a consulting doctor, the one side is the way that I'm delivering women inside the tent. So presently now, the place that I'm delivering women, we don't have any. She give me bed, she give me some equipment, some bathing kits, and it finished. So nothing inside now is empty. So this one is a major problem that we need in the camp. The second one, we have children that are not going to school. Before they are doing the school inside the camp, they can't tell us that the corpus that they are teaching them, those are the corpus that build the class. And they ask us, is it this school registered under government? We say no. Why? I say we don't have any godfather. We talk to NEMA, we talk to FEMA, we talk to SEMA. No one, they will tell us they will do it, no any feedback. And they tell us that if we are continue teaching your children here, even they finish the 6 years, they cannot get certificate, which is bad. So from there, as the government no longer recognize us, we are just calling people to help us. Some they take some organizations, some they take 20 MGOs, some they take 13 to the school, some they take 40, but still the remaining children on the ground, they are not going to school. So but by this time around, if you not train your children into school, what is the needs that we are going? What is the best thing that we are going to leave for them? Is just the school, but they are not going to the school. This is the second problem. The third problem, we have some women that they learn a lot from some people that they are coming to our camp, and they don't have the good empowerment to start the business, and practice make perfect. That's why some women now they just forget the skills that they are in their hand. So if they say they give them the empowerment, the good empowerment, they can start the business. It was one woman that asked me that, she's telling me that one organization came here and give us the empowerment. I say no. I say yes, but the empowerment is small, 10,000. Imagine if you get like 10 children, or 6 children, and they give you 10,000 to go and start the business. Even it's akara, you are going to buy beans and oil, you are just going to buy it for in one day. And starting business, you need to buy something like 3 days or 4 days. If you do it the first time, if you didn't sell it, maybe the second time you sell it. But if you do it for the first time, you didn't sell it, that means that business is already fall. We cannot get anything. And if I see my children that they are not well, I will carry this money and go to the hospital. So we need a seriously help to empowerment. And the women are complaining from the toilet infection, because this place that we are living is not a government land. It's a somebody's land. It's a Gwari land. Those are the people that give us this place and we are living in. And they tell us that we shall not dig a toilet because they don't like it. So we are just going bush anyhow. We are just doing toilets anyhow. That's why the women, even the small children, they will just catching their private part. All is a infection. So, and during rainy season like this, the accommodation that we are living is bad. No matter how you repair the house, water are leaking, are dropping inside. Anywhere soak. So we have some ants, insects that are producing egg inside the tent. If you lie down, you see the following day you started scratching your body. Before you know, the place will swallow up. Before you know, you just press it like you say it's boiled. You press it, you just come see a worm are coming inside their body, inside our body. It's due to the accommodation that we are living. So if you say we have a good accommodation that rain are not coming inside, we cannot get all this problem. So that's the major problem that we are suffering in the camp. And food items, you can see now children are rolling to go and collect the food. Some families, they will cook one, some they will cook two, some they will not even cook myself. They will wait for gari and sugar and drink it. So those are the major problems that we are suffering in the camp.
Yeah, the challenges I as an individual face is synonymous with the challenges the IDPs collectively face. One, the lack of accommodation, roof over your head, has been a very big challenge. Two, lack of steady source of food, feeding. Because neither the National Commission for Refugees, Migrants and IDPs bring food here, nor the other international agencies like NEMA or FEMA. I can assure you that within the past 10 years, I've not seen FEMA or NEMA or the National Commission for Refugees, Migrants and IDPs brought food on 4 occasions. For the past 10 years, I can't remember, on 4 occasions they brought food to the camp or took it to any other camp. No. So that area, 2, 3, that we cannot access medical care in the hospitals in Abuja, either primary health care facility or secondary health care facility, is unbelievable. Our story is unpalatable. A situation where a pregnant woman, because most of us here in Durham are married people, a woman in labor cannot access a hospital, bleeding, maybe sometimes a pregnant woman maybe has lost one child and the other child is alive. You cannot access medical care. It's a big challenge for me at this age to see a pregnant woman, to see a kid of 1 month, 3 months old, cannot access medical care. Minor cases and serious cases too, one cannot access it. Then this challenge also whereby IDPs are admitted into hospitals, they are treated, then we can't afford to pay the pills, then they now detain the IDPs. For instance, as I'm talking to you, I have an IDP that has been detained for over 77 days. Over 77 days he has been discharged from the hospital, he is healed, but because we can't afford to pay the pill, and neither the National Commission for Refugees, Migrants and IDPs care to pay, no NEMA, no the FEMA for the Federal Capital Territory could pay. So if I have a patient, an IDP 31-year-old in a hospital, government hospital now, being detained, so to say, he has been held captive for 77 days, you can imagine. And don't forget one thing, these 77 days, he feeds breakfast, lunch and dinner. If we don't take food to him from here to the hospital, he cannot feed for that day. So, and the hospital bill keeps on increasing every day, maybe for bed and so on. So to that extent, these are the challenges we face. These are the challenges we are still facing. And lack of concern from the media too. It is unfortunate that the media has abdicated responsibility, because we belong to the what is called POC, Peoples of Concern. On the other hand, we have the name IDPs, internally displaced persons. I expected the media to be around to know how we are faring, what are the challenges, because if they were highlighting these challenges, we will reach a stage whereby we can't access medical care now in the hospital. No hospital welcomes IDP. So to that extent, if an IDP is treated in the hospital and detained for non-payment of bills, sometimes when I have cases that IDP dies, I reach out to churches or mosques. And that's what I mean. They help to pay, then we receive the corpse and bury the late person. So to that extent, I'm not trying to castigate the media, but they have not performed according to our expectations. In the 21st century, I expect the media to be out of the responsibility.
The challenges that I'm having as an IDP, first of all, there is no money to trade or to do something that can help you. Children's school fees, anytime you come for school matter, relief suffer it. And then there is no work like before.
The main problem we are passing through in this camp presently is health challenges. We don't have access to hospital when it comes to delivery, you understand? From the day one when we find ourselves here, when it comes to health, if you now go to hospital, when we say, who are those? Because when we normally go, if something happen like this, we normally go in large quantity to hospital, 10, 30 people, especially when somebody was crushed in with motorcycle, you understand? You see a number of motorcycles that will go, who are those people? Okada. What happened? You say Okada, but you find somebody good Nigeria. Sometimes willingly the doctors in the national hospital or police hospital, they will treat somebody and say, you people should leave. You have already been taken care by their Okada them at top. You understand? When they see the thing is keep coming constantly, they can't cope with it. You understand? So they now say, it's no longer be accepted here. We have to do at least at all, we have to find something. So from the beginning, we normally mobilize something within ourselves to support. If it is 50,000 naira treatment, sometimes we mobilize 20, 30 we give them, they will say, okay, they will cancel the rest. So they now people keep tripping into the camp. That is a lifetime, I think we are about almost 5,000 in this camp. That's how the medical issue now become an issue. So we now keep disturbing, because TV Joshua, may she rest in peace. Paul Eneche, Living First, that's Dekose, you understand. All these people came in, they normally send their medical team personally on their appel. Garki General Hospital, by then when we are here, and A.I.S.E, Nigerian Air Force team, you understand. When they come, their mobile team, normally being here in the camp constantly. They even fly some of our people abroad for eye challenges, you understand, for bullet cases to India, you understand. So when they see the thing is keep multiplying, you understand. You know, when it comes to this manpower and financial issue have to be involved, you understand. Somebody who is being the person will get exhausted. So along with that, we keep crying through the media. So that is too disturbing. International organizations, United Nations is coming here, UNICEF are coming, and French 24. So from there, they now say, some people now lead us to Office of the Refugee Commission. So this thing is a mess. These things have been existing since Babangida regime. So all this while we'll be suffering. Federal Refugee Commission and also this now they include the IDP as far this thing just came up. When I say, okay, this is our problem, the woman now came here, Sadia Umar Farouk, when she was a commissioner of refugee by then. She came here, I think she was even crying that very day. She came here with heavy, I think like 4 or 5 trailers with food items, beans, rice, and most of the food items get exhausted because it's no longer useful. Because most of the beans spend like 5-7 years. If you do like this with the beans, do free to go. You understand? Some of the corn, you understand? A whole bag of corn, if you hit much, the highest we get maybe like 4-6 mudu. A whole bag has been eaten by insect. Because I have keep over long. You understand? He overstay. And she says it's not our fault. please, we should not publish this on media, this and that. It's not her fault because she just take over the office. We say we know. He said Igbo man was in charge of that place. She's no longer, she was appointed. She was appointed, I think it's within 2-3 months, she now started visiting this place. So she now said, okay, what's our major challenge? We now tell her, she said, okay, so from today, she's going to arrange something as an authorization letter to all the IDP-based, Abuja-based IDP. So when you come to sickness like this, we now go to me, myself, I'm in charge. You understand? Or even from other camp or this camp, when you come, I'll find out. If I don't know you, I'll call somebody in that camp. Oh, chairman, hello, are you so? Do you know Umaru? Ali somebody. Say, Ali somebody, I know him. Okay, we are going to issue an authorization letter. So that's how we've been given letter from the Federal Refugee Commission. So that for 2 years now, that letter has been stopped. They are no longer giving that letter. We now say, okay, we keep disturbing. We say we are going to protest this and then. What's the problem? We now try to find out. She cannot invite us for a meeting. So we are thinking that when she get appointment as a office as a minister, we're thinking that our problem have been solved. It's now it even get worse than previous one. When she was a community, things are a little bit better. So once she now become a minister, we disturb the FEMA. They say they are no longer reporting to presidency. They report to humanitarian. We disturb the commission. They say, evidence to prove. We write letter to the refugee commission. The assistant director who is in charge of IDP in that place, he said I should accompany him to the office of the minister. I accompany him. He now submit the letter. They acknowledge the letter. He committed the court and say he have done his own part. Between him and God that create him. Because the order from the presidency, any agencies should report to the humanitarian minister. So every other agencies now report to her. So the problem now is from the minister according to what we had.
Yes, it's from different people, from NGOs, individual person, from the Christian organization, Muslim organization, and the corpus, school children. Those are the people that are helping us. And even though we have some NGOs that they teach us how to make a part, washing parts, because we have done that, we're going to wash it. They teach us how we do it. And some children, some ladies are trying to do it. That's where we are getting our sexual this thing in the camp.
Okay, procreation is a natural phenomenon, and some were already married. Most of us escape with their wives or husbands, even if they are widows and orphans. So you can't rule out. You can't rule out marriage and procreation. Then on the other hand too, you cannot say that when a young man is able, maybe out of 500, 5 are doing something to earn little money, and he prefers to have a wife than to go about rollicking. Then the family production angle, one, they have no access to maternity. Even child, how do you put it, birth control. That's what I mean. There is no deliberate program to educate the prospective prospective husband and wife to know what it means and to be able to make sure that they don't produce more than 2 or 5 children. There's no counseling as far as sex education is concerned, as far as birth control is concerned. Neither the Federal Ministry of Health nor the FCT Health and Human Services Secretariat has any laid down program for the IDPs. Birth control, 0. Yes. Pre-delivery, 0. Post-delivery, 0. Yes. I think we are not even living in the 21st century.
I think which I want maybe at least get new since I have been in this camp, at least we get no less than 100 plus.
Children?
Yes. And especially towards of from September last year struck now. I don't think within this from September to now we are in July. I think let me say, let's agree and say, okay, it's 200 Friday within this month. I think maybe we just exclude maybe 10 or 4 Friday that there is no marriage.
So
Almost every Friday now in this camp, there is a new marriage. Some are adding to the one they have, some are marrying newly. When you come to this, a typical life living of a northern, and you understand, do our own culture, we don't use, most of our people don't use, out of 100% of northern and typical northman, less those who advance, maybe who are the low level, like educate, who are in government. But when you come to low privilege Nigeria, you don't have anything to do with condom. Your even wife will tell you, say you will not use her with condom. She's not a prostitute. Because our women believe that this this belongs to a prostitute, to defend yourself, not for a married woman. So most of our women resist their even husband to use them with condom.
In the camp here, we have a woman leader and Auntie Adiza that is helping them to be giving birth. At least they assist them, like to deliver the women. But when the something past their strength, they rush to hospital. The majority are delivered in the camp. And normally, before, every woman used to find pieces of her clothes and use it as a pad. But when we come to this IDP, some NGOs used to bring pads and then talk about the hospital concerning all this family planning and how to take care of yourself, how to be neat. So from there, the women started learning from that, and with the help of people, the NGOs, people that are coming with, and teach them how to even sew some pads for themselves.
This trauma, it will not be ending into our mind. It's just grace of God. That's why we are living. Anytime I think, if I remember this Boko Haram, I would just, I'm saying myself, like I don't have anything again to do in this world. Like me now, this Boko Haram, they hug me well. The pains on me till I die, before I forget. First of all, my husband is an army. Because of many people life in Nigeria, they kill my husband. It's not because of me, it's not because of my children. It's for many people life. At the end, government, they didn't take any action about my children. And it's only me now and my children are suffer. If it is not a Boko Haram issue, how can I come and live inside the tent? And even though for this one that I came here, my son, 27 years old boy, just recently, just like that, the friends called my son. And for there, before I know, they called me that my son have killed. I run for Boko Haram and I came here again to save my life and my children, and they kill my son again here. So how can I forget this thing? How can I'm still remember. But if I remember, I just pray to God and just go my way. Because even my brother, they kill my brother that is taking care of us. He's living in England, he killed. Even my son stay bomb blast. My husband killed by Boko Haram. So anytime, any moment, if I remember, I will just cry and thank God as I did alive.
Of course, traumatized, because sometimes you only hear the gun when you are watching a film. But hereby, you are not confronted. I remember how many times there were bomb blasts, maybe at a motor park. I was just arriving on nearby. Yeah, dim. You know what I mean? Sometimes somebody firing, somebody escaping. So that trauma remains with us because there has not been any counseling from anybody as far as we are concerned. So as far as we are here, any sound now can put fear into us. So that's what I can say about it. Yes.
Definitely, I used to live in fear, and it's a sad something. It's something that anytime you hear about it, you feel angry because It is Boko Haram that make me to be where I am now. That is the level of where I am now. I'm supposed to be more than this by God's grace. At least by the help of they say 2 hands is better than 1. Now that I'm facing the challenges, only me, I'm not enjoying it. Because if we are 2 now, we would have better than this. So anytime I heard about it, I feel sad. And even our houses, our property that they destroyed at home, we don't have anything here. We are just managing life. So we are not enjoying staying here. So anytime I heard about them, no.
Yes, before 2 years, 3 years ago, we have those problems, but now we get a security because by that time the thing is just increasing. So we take action. If we get this problem, we just take it to the native or police from there. So they take action. They say, okay, we are going to secure this place. During evening time like this, they will scatter into their bush and look and are surrounding because of this problem. If not, we get a 9 years girl with one man is almost 50 years man. He spoiled the girl. So he raped the girl. So this is the last person, the girl, because the girl is a very small and this man is a 50 years man. But we can't spoil this girl. So we take action with that. So we go report for native, report for police, report for even army. So now we get skill. This one now is reducing in the camp.
It's only my father they beat. They cut it, they beat. But we have already run. So, and it's only when you are running, you see people on the way and be join hand with them and start running. But before the Boko Haram will reach where we have already run. Just that we leave some people, our fathers, at home. So they caught him and started beating him. They even hold him for more than 1 month before he was released.
I will lost fault because I'm alive. I'm alive. Past tense is past, but I could not forget. And I will not hope because I'm alive. God will do something good in my life anytime. My dreams for a better tomorrow for my children and my neighbors and my family. And I pray one day, one time, God will change this world. And this condition that I get myself, my dream, my children, my grandchildren, they cannot enter it. God will solve the problem. God will wash my tears. And my dream, God will put a smile on my face. The remaining children that I get it into my hand. That's my dream.
All right, thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Well, as far as I'm concerned, except the media stands up to responsibility, I've lost hope. Because if I tell you, a young man of 31 years is on admission and has been detained, held captive for 77 days for non-payment of hospital bill, and this young man is a Nigerian, he's a bona fide IDP. He was admitted before, there is letter to prove he's an IDP. Then he's been detained and nobody feeds him. Breakfast, lunch, dinner. Maybe some few patients do assist him to feed. And so sometimes when there's something from the chairman, I make it to him, I give it to him, I buy food for him. Sometimes medication, this augmentin I'm talking about, it was also prescribed for him, and I know how it took more than 6 weeks. Nobody procure it. And he's still there. The actual problem that took him to hospital is healed, he's been treated. But he can't pay hospital bill, he's now held captive. And the also authorities are indifferent to whether he has breakfast, lunch or dinner. Any attempt to escape, he will be arrested and turned to the ward. So you can imagine the society treating its own citizen, where you are not giving breakfast, you are not giving lunch, there is no hope for dinner, and you are a patient. You can't even move about like in the camp here to mix with other people, to have some, company. It's a sad development, honestly. That the welfare department of the hospitals the patients have will not consider releasing that patient. And the fact that the IDPs cannot afford to pay that money. And why would the IDPs not welcome the hospital is because the IDP Commission has not been paying hospital bills. It promised to pay hospital bills. It couldn't pay one kobo. The same commissioner for IDP who was promoted to full-fledged ministry now, Minister for Humanitarian Affairs, Disaster Management and Social Development, Hajiya Sadiya Umar Farouk, is in charge. So there is no difference. When she was commissioner, the same problem. Now she's a minister with higher budget, and the commission is under her, the same problem. So I don't know, it is the media that can save us. I also appeal to the religious organization to be interested in our matter, in our problems. Yes. But maybe the fear or love of Christ Jesus, or the fear or love of Muhammad, or the fear of Allah may make them to effect something. But as it is now, the story is unpalatable. As an individual, yes, I have aspiration because I have seen a lot, I've observed a lot, and I've researched a lot. I want to put pen to paper. I feel that all the society, things I saw, things I'm still seeing, should be made known to Nigerians or to humanity at large. The young and the old should know the phases we are passing through and the fact that these things are dangerous to the society.
So are we hoping to see a book from you?
Yes, yes. Anytime soon, if I'm stable, because lack of stability now, what do I have stability? Sometimes you don't feel you have not eaten. You can't even think well. I'm supposed to publish one or two on the social, political, social, economic, social problems, that give rooms to unemployment and the unemployed youth, an army of potential, for good or for bad. You can use them for good, and nourish them to be positive in the society. So I hope and I believe I'm going to write.
Thank you so much, sir.
You're welcome.
Thank you. That'll be awesome.
God bless you.
Honestly, I still believe that tomorrow things will be better, but I still have a doubt. When will that come? You understand? Because I'm thinking, like, okay, next year it should be better than this. And next year again, you will see things are worse than the other year. So I believe that one day it will be done, but to me again, I'm seeing as it will take a time. I have. Definitely I have. I want to get a business that I will do that I will not depend on anybody. Even as my children are going to school, at least anytime they have issue of school matter, I can able to settle up without depending on anybody. You understand? So but I need business that at least it will be bringing income.
I didn't lose hope because I believe in God who created me. Because the hope I have is to educate my children, the younger ones who are coming up, and educate them on this. Because why, back in home, if in dream somebody tell me say such thing will happen, my inheritance, where I have right to do whatever I want, my farm, my everything can be taken away by a Nigerian few group of people, I would say it's a lie. It's when it happen, I believe, you understand. There is city hope, one there is life, you understand. Most of our people who pass on that trauma here, I think most of us are overcome the trauma. So there is hope in life when you're still alive. I hope to leave the camp one day, even tomorrow. I can leave the camp because I'm strong, I can do any handwork. But leaving the camp is not an issue because I will be thinking of my loved ones, my family members in the camp, you understand? So that's the reason we may live here together and do things indoors. If not, I can afford things on my own, not even living in the camp, not even depend on the government. I can depend on my power. We are farming here. We are going to Nasarawa to farm, you understand? Most of the FGP tank you see inside the camp is beans inside. We have 2 years beans that we farm. It's still inside the camp. to tell you that, you understand, we can cope on our own. But even the farming, especially this year, last year we have problem. Cow, Fulani have eaten so much of our farm, you understand, which this year is going to be worse. Because why? There is money on the beans now. People are putting eye on the beans issue now. You understand? So I will strongly believe, even this year now, we're not going to farm, because there will be a challenge. Even last year, people normally come to farm with gun, collecting the beans. By 4, they will come with hillocks, pick up, collect the beans from you people, tie you people up. They will go their way. It's one people who come, maybe labor who normally go home and come with the bike or KK, so normally try school, understand, come and say, what is happening? They will now lose people. The people have tied you up and go away with the beans. Talk lots of last year, why now this year beans is more expensive? It will be worse than this year.